We'll start without Rob. Can I do it? Yeah. I obviously was pleased with a lot of things in the first half and not pleased with many things in the second half. But, you know, foul trouble, I think, certainly impacted the way we played to some extent. And, you know, I think we had 3 guys with 2 fouls at halftime, and we've got to try to limit that. But, you know, for the most part, we moved the ball. We shared the basketball. We had 21 assists and 28 baskets, and that's who we have to be. We have to be able to dig in defensively better than we did the second half. I thought we did a relatively good job on Ward the first half, and then he went crazy on us the second half. And he was a 30% three-point shooter last year, so you know, the game plan was to close out a little short on him, and unfortunately he got started on us, and we had a hard time stopping him. But a lot of good performances. You know, I thought Austin and Devin did some good things. Isaiah and James came off the bench, gave us some good things, and for the most part, I thought the combination of our front line, you know, gave us some positive minutes, and we just have to continue to build on that.
Both of the guys, did you get what you needed out of this game?
I mean, yeah, we like Coach said, there was a lot of good things that we've done and a lot of things we need to work on. And every day in practice, we just need to get better at what we need to work on.
I agree with Devin, because some of the defensive assignments that we had that we weren't able to capitalize on because of effort, other than just being in the right spot and also just playing hard the whole game.
21 assists, 28 shots. What's it like when you're out there and the ball is flying around like that?
It's fun because our teammates get everybody involved. Like Austin can dribble, drive, and penetrate, and he opens up the floor for everybody. And then our post set perfect screens for us, and it's just perfect offense.
I guess from a player standpoint, you know, a lot of times people look at these games as kind of being meaningless, but from a player standpoint, is it?
I think every game we play is important. I mean, every game we play is a way to know what we need to improve on, what we need to get better on. And I mean, today was a good game to know what we need to get better on if we want to make it how far we want to go. So today was a learning game, a learning experience. So we need to every day in practice is to get better.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like even though it was an exhibition game, like we still went out and tried to compete our hardest, and I feel like that shows like our practices and just playing against somebody different just helps us, feeds us energy and everything like that.
Devin, specifically, whether you think you can improve on those?
The thing I think we need to improve on the most is communication. You know, when our communication gets better, then we know who we have on the defensive end, and we know where everybody at. So like once we get the communication better, then everything will come along.
You guys know that you got some pretty good shooters on this team. At the same time, when you're able to come out and do it in a game against somebody else, how much confidence does that how much does that boost the confidence as you get ready for the season?
I feel like it helps a lot because a lot of guys put in the effort and get shots up every day at practice and after practice, and it just helps us feel comfortable kicking it out to making that one more extra pass to one of our teammates trusting them to make the shot.
Same thing, you know, like it makes you want to get the other defender on your side, so it makes you want to drive stronger so other defender can help, and then that's when you kick it out, and you know he's going to make it because we have a bunch of good shooters. So it gives us more of an edge to drive the ball strong to the rack. So.
How do you guys think you handled? I mean, a lot of you are in new roles, or some of you are just new to the team. How do you think they handled playing in front of this crowd?
I think a lot of guys came up and stepped up to the plate. Like Leon hit a big 3 off the glass. Ronnie had a good play, a defensive stop, and Gabe got a mid-range shot off the glass. I mean, everyone's playing well, and everyone is clicking along really well to start the game. So I'm really impressed with that, and everybody just get along really well. I mean, so like I said, once we get our communication down, then we'll be a hard team to beat.
Take 2 more for the student athletes. James, obviously, a long time since you played in an actual game. I guess your emotions going into emotions going forward this next week, knowing that they really start counting?
I was kind of nervous at first when the game started, but I feel like the starters just set a great tone and just made it feel comfortable when we came out. And like me and Isaiah came off the bench, and I felt like we just fit right into whenever the starters came out.
Anything else for the student
So
athletes?
when did you get rid of those nerves?
After Coach subbed me in,
Okay.
Devin kind of touched on this a little bit, but how do you feel about the chemistry of the team? How do you think it's gelled so far and the way you kind of performed tonight?
I feel like we have a good chemistry. I feel like we swing the ball, we communicate on defense, play hard, and I feel like just keep doing the things we do in practice and just improve in our weak spots, and we'll be a lot better team.
Thanks, guys.
See you in the morning.
Let's go.
Continue on with questions for Creighton Joe.
What do you think is the area that you need to improve on?
I think mostly consistency. I was probably going into the game more concerned about how we would react the first half, with so many guys in different roles and what they've been accustomed to. Ricky, we had used Ricky, primarily in practice, backing up the 4 spot, and then 2 days ago Avery goes down with the ankle injury, so he becomes a starting 3. And I think Ricky had some jitters. I think that showed early with he's a good shooter and he missed a couple shots bad, but he also fills up the stat sheet. He gets 4 assists, 7 rebounds, and does some good things for us that impact winning. But the second half, I just didn't think we had that killer instinct that you need to have. I thought the starters did a great job setting the tone at the beginning. And obviously we have some depth in the guard court. If Isaiah and James can continue to come in and give us, 4 assists, no turnovers, 22 points, and 5 out of 9 from 3, those are pretty good stats off the bench.
What's your assessment of the offensive efficiency? I mean, there's new faces and new roles, and just seemed to click early on.
Well, these guys, there's a lot of them that have played important roles for our team in the past, and we've always shared the basketball, so that's not going to change. We have a lot of willing passers, and we had 3 guys with 4 assists and Isaiah with 3 assists. So you've got a number of guys that are making right decisions for their teammates, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't think selfishness will creep into this group. I think it's a pretty together group that understands we've got to play for each other if we're going to be successful. And there's going to be some peaks and valleys this season until we can really settle on really identifying roles for sure. I'm still really up in the air in the front line at that center position on who really wants that job and who's gonna be consistent enough from a day-to-day basis to prove that they should be the starter, and who's going to be the backup. Because the reality of it, when we get into the heat of the season, it's hard to play 3 guys at that spot, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens. They all, I think, did good things at times, and maybe it'll be a situation where we go like this the whole year. I don't know, but we need more production out of that position.
You've said all along that you need to knock down shots because that's who you are. But when you see guys knocking down shots against somebody other than the same guys you're facing in practice, does that boost your confidence?
We've shot the ball pretty well in practice as a whole. I would say there's the guys that shot considerable amount tonight are all shooting over 40% in practice through 26, 27 practices. We made double-figure threes, I believe, in our closed scrimmage, and then we get 14 tonight. So I think we've been pretty consistent in that regard, and we have to continue to be that team that spaces the floor. So now those drives by Devin or Isaiah or Austin, you're able to get to the rim, and they're afraid to help off a three-point shooter. which is why I think we have to have some offense out of that center position to go with it. You know, we were able to run Doug down there a year ago and get us some points on the block, and one of those guys is going to have to show that they have the ability to do that consistently, and we'll continue to work on that because it's going to be an important part of our team.
A little bit with the team that's this unselfish and plays this well together. Do you have difficulty trying to get the aggressiveness out of them, say when they have space to shoot, but think there's another play they can make to?
I thought there was a few times, and I talked to Ricky on several occasions on the bench about making sure his feet are ready to shoot it when he catches it. I thought Isaiah a couple times in the first half maybe turned down a couple. But, you know, I'd much rather try to coach unselfishness out of them than selfishness out of them. So, you know, this group they'll make the extra pass, and you know, we desperately needed to play somebody else and have film of somebody else where we can use as a teaching tool. It's been 2 weeks since we've had outside competition, and I think to grow you have to have games against somebody else that are going to present different problems. And I thought, to Sioux Falls' credit, I thought for as early as it is in the season, I thought offensively they cut extremely well. They ran their stuff well. They put us in some tough positions, and as I said, Ward was a load. We knew he could go to the basket. We knew he could post some. We wanted to try to keep him off the free throw line, which I felt we did. But he got started on the three-point line. We weren't able to put that fire out, and you know, that's where we miss Avery Dingman right now, because he's the guy that probably would not have allowed that to happen.
What was your assessment of James and Toby's games there after taking the year off to redshirt?
Yeah, they both did what they needed to do with the red shirt. They improved, and you know, Toby came out and shot the ball well early. He has to impact the game on the backboards a little more than he did today. We can't have a power forward out there that plays 19 minutes and gets no rebounds, and Toby knows that. And you know, we'll watch the film and figure out why he didn't get rebounds. But they both are so much improved from where they were a year ago today. And a game like this, and they both did some good things in the scrimmage as well, just helps their confidence, and I think enhances the belief that their teammates have in them. So, you know, I think they've really fit in well to what we're trying to do, and they just have to keep working to get better.
What about Gabe getting out there playing and getting his bucket in?
Well, I won a bet with Rob Anderson on that one because, so Gabe, you know, it's a great story. He's an unbelievable kid, awesome kid, and to be a student manager for 3 years and have the opportunity to fulfill his dream of playing college basketball and to get into a game and have his name called by making a basket, it's pretty cool stuff. And you saw the reaction of the bench. I mean, everybody on the team was thrilled for him. Because he's been so selfless with his contributions to this program for 3 years as a manager, and now to be able to go out there and enjoy his moment, it was pretty cool.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.